Welcome to Deep River Farm, folks. Well, we didn't get near what they called for, what they said we was going to get. We just got a couple of inches here. The secondary roads are still extremely slick. The main roads are being plowed. I followed a snow plow just a few minutes ago up the highway. The main road, interstate, is clear. But secondaries is still terrible. I came, fed up my chickens and everything early this morning, and it was extremely slick. But we have just broken above the freezing mark. And you can probably hear the snow and stuff coming out of the trees as it's melting. You can see it in the water there and everything, but the mountains extremely cold up there. Roads are hazardous. It's pretty bad. If you want to catch exactly what's happened up in the mountains, you can get a hold of the Appalachian Navy channel. He just gave an update up there. He's in about the same situation. They didn't get near what they had called for where he's located, and we got the same thing. Sometime during the night, ours turned to a lot of sleet. The snow is crunchy this morning, so we must have got some sleet or some freezing rain or something sometime during the night. But we just got a couple of inches of snow, but we've just broke over the 33 degrees here, and sun's shining. It's still kind of partly cloudy, as you can see there, but it's expected to drop. The temperatures dropping down again, and later on this week we're supposed to be down in the mid-teens, upper teens, and cold, very cold. No precipitation in sight. One note, we are finding out that the people that's in the temporary sheltering arrangement with Foxtrot Echo Mike Alpha has run out. So these people are being forced out. The vouchers actually ran out on Thursday. They said they was going to extend it. They did so for one day and then ghosted everybody. And just a few minutes ago, I heard them say on Fox News that Foxtrot Echo Mike Alpha is aware that there is a glitch of an automatic denial for help on these applications. So if they knew there was a glitch in helping people get money and into the system, why are they just now waiting until this fire in California to acknowledge that this problem exists? And I know people personally that has filled out those applications 6 and 7 times only to be denied. And then when they finally get a hold of them, they'll say, well, you didn't have this filled out, or we need this document. And it's just an ongoing process of these folks continually being denied. And now for them to come out today and say they know they have a glitch in the system that's automatically denying all these people, why are they waiting until now? And it kind of makes me mad. And you know, only thing they offered the folks in Western North Carolina was $750. $750 for people that's lost everything. We still got people in tents freezing. We're running propane up in the mountains just 2 or 3 times a week with hundreds of bottles of fuel for these people to stay warm. And Foxtrot Echo Mike Alpha has vacated the area. They closed up shop and took off. The The Red Cross raised about $10 million here in North Carolina. If they spent it, nobody's seen it. Of course, they've gone too. We've not seen any fixture or any of those people. We did find one guy up on the Toe River, but his little decal said he was an agent for the American Red Cross. Didn't say he must have been a contractor, but he was just riding through. We haven't found anybody up there working for the Red Cross, but they raised a lot of money for that. And we had some big singing artists raise a bunch of money. Probably 20-some million, but nobody knows what that went towards either. If it wasn't for the church's folks, our people in western North Carolina would have perished. I'm just going to call it like it is. It's only because of the folks out there that have seen this information on social media, stepped out, willing to help people they didn't know, help people because they saw it on YouTube channels. They took a leap of faith and trusted us. And without their trust in us, I'm not going to even estimate what could have happened, because I think it would be pretty scary. But you know, they're going to cover. They said they're going to rebuild Los Angeles and everything. We're still waiting on them to do something here too. I saw where the Foxtrot Echo Mike Alpha directors been on every TV station out there nationally and everything, talking about how they're going to do this and that, and they've got $27 billion. Well, when are you going to send some of it to North Carolina if you've got all this money? When are we going to get some help for our folks? We're still waiting. You know, and they're being kicked out of hotels now. So if we had 5,000 in that temporary sheltering thing they have, where are those folks going to go? We don't have housing here like they got in Los Angeles. You know, we don't have rental houses by the boo-koodles, you know, ability to be able to go somewhere and rent an apartment. They just don't have that in the mountains. You know, every Airbnb that's been willing to be rented out has been taken. Every other rent facility has been taken. Tiny homes are being built. There's over 700 people on a waiting list for those. So if you're waiting on a tiny home, and that's, you know, you're not able to get in a tiny home or in a camper, that tells me you're either staying with somebody else, or you're in a tent or a barn or a shed or something, and you're needing something better. So Foxtrot Echo Mike Alpha, if you've got all these funds, we'd like to see some of them in North Carolina. You said you was going to bring all these trailers in, and last count I heard, we still hadn't got 50 here. And you had hundreds of them, but they've never shown up. So when are you going to make good on all this talk, or is it just lip service? I appreciate you joining me today. I've got my little rant over, and it's just aggravating to see what's being done on some places and nothing in other places, and all this talk and stuff about what's going to be done when you've had people that's been without their houses since September the 26th and 27th in western North Carolina, and they're still without and been kicked out, and still no shelter for these folks. And you know, it's not 80 and 90 degrees here like it is in other locations. These people are freezing to death. Can you imagine trying to sit in a tent and the wind howling at 30 or 40 miles an hour, and all you've got is a little 9,000 BTU heater hooked up to a 20-pound tank that you hope makes it all night long? You've got children in the tent with you, or in your shed, in your barn, Maybe you've got a hay bale stacked around you, built like an igloo with a tarp over it, and that's what you're living in right now. And a lot of folks are like that. You know, we've seen campers surrounded by hay bales to try to keep the heat in, and tarps over the top. So, you know, we need some help here. We're still here. We're here for the Western North Carolina folks. We're doing what we can, and we want to help them get reestablished. And we just don't want to hear a bunch of lip service out of the politicians. You know, that is our money we've paid taxes for that you keep sending over to Ukraine and everywhere else. We need that money here to take care of our people. I appreciate you joining me this morning on Deep River Farm. Y'all have a blessed day, and thanks for watching.